Welcome to the kingdom. I'm Chris, and this is Good Enough Gaming. Howdy folks, and welcome to this short unscripted video where I'm really excited to show off my next big project. So recently you saw the video I posted where I finished off painting that Dwarf Fantasy army, and that, as I said, that took me about 4 or 5 months, but it was a labor of love. But it's finished, and so now I'm ready to move on to painting something else. And I have an idea for a narrative sandbox battle report. Some of you have seen, for example, the Godzilla battle report, or the Ghost Bust Dorks report was a pretty popular one. So I have an idea for another one. I'm not going to say a whole lot more about it, but my goal here is to have like a series of project videos where in this one, I'm going to show you the new models that I got specifically for this project. And then I'll have a series of videos painting each of them, and then we'll end off with the battle report. So this one's entirely unscripted. I may edit out, dumb things or big, long, awkward pauses. But what I wanted to do for this was to show off the new models I got, because I had them printed by someone on Etsy. The company is called Siffy's Corner. I'll probably put their logo up on the screen, probably right about here now, to show it off, because I contacted them specifically to make these for me. And I'll also put a link down below in the description if any of you want to go to the Etsy page and see what else they got. This isn't the only kind of 3D printing models that they do. So let's take a look, and maybe while I'm showing off and we're taking a look at what we got here, some of you might start guessing what exactly the project is. So let's see what we got now. So I'm opening these along with you. I'm not actually sure what's in store here. So first off, once you see the first one, it'll kind of give away the general theme, but it'll still be fun to see these. So what do we got here? This looks pretty big. That's what she said. Well now, what do we have here? This looks to me like an Ultralisk. Now this is the first time I've seen these. There's a little bit of the 3D printing supports that are going to have to be cleaned up, but otherwise, that looks very sharp. This is one solid piece too, so please don't let me ever drop it. The thing will shatter like glass. But looks like we got ourselves an Ultralisk. Well, look at that. Another Ultralisk. Why, it's almost like if there was going to be a swarm or a herd of these things, I would probably have more than one. What do we got here? Oh, Banelings. Everybody loves Banelings unless you're on the receiving end of them. For those who love blowing things up. And I believe, what do we got here? What do we have here? More Banelings? No. We got some roaches. So I think you guys might have figured out by now I'm gonna be building an Alien Hives army. Now, to be honest, I have never, ever been interested in an alien army, ever. And all the time that I played 40K, the Tyranids not once had any kind of interest. Not trying to say anything about those who play them, it's just for me, the aesthetic never did it for me. I could look at a lot of the other armies and think, oh, I'd like to paint that, I'd like to play that, that looks fun, the lore is cool, but for some reason, Tyranids never did it for me. But I had this idea for this narrative battle report that's probably gonna come up maybe middle of summer, it might not be till the end of summer, because I gotta paint this stuff now. But I finally came up with what would make me want to get an alien-themed army, is what if I have it StarCraft themed? So let's see what else we got. Some of this might be more of the same. All right, so we got more roaches. These look pretty sturdy too. Given how tiny that arm is, obviously if you flick it or drop it, the thing's gonna break, but it looks pretty steady as is. And what I'm really impressed with, these were shipped from California. And for them to have made it all the way across the country, because I live on the East Coast, and still be intact, that's impressive. All right, here's the other banelings. They did come in groups of 5, and I think I ordered 2. I wanted enough to have, fairly good sized squads here. I know for my plans I'm going to need a lot of different sizes of bugs, different squads of bugs. So yeah, it looks like I ordered a lot of banelings. But these will be my most basic Griblies. So it makes sense. So here we have greater roaches. Sorry, it's been a while since I played, so I'm probably going to get names wrong. But so it looks like, again, there's a little bit more flash that needs to be cleaned up. But, I mean, for the most part, they look pretty darn good. They're nice and sturdy. And I can assure you, these spikes here will absolutely be poking me and potentially drawing blood if I squeeze too hard. So I'm looking forward to that. Here we go. Here's the other roaches. What is this? I pull too hard and end up breaking something. Here's the queen. And you gotta have some character models, and ew, that's nasty. But I am so concerned about these things. Yeah, these actually, I'm amazed this made the trip safely. I mean, I can just touch that and it moves a little bit. So I'm telling you all right now, one of these arms is going to be broken by the time I finish painting, playing something. So I like it the way it is now, but unfortunately, I just know me better than that. Something's going to break. But here I got one of my characters. Here's the thing, I placed the order a while ago. It was a pretty big order, and this is only the first half of it. There's going to be another box, possibly 2, coming again in a few weeks or a month. So it's good. It gives me time to paint some of this stuff while Siffy finishes printing it. And I know a lot of you are saying, why didn't you do this yourself? Again, I'm still 50-50 on the printing thing. I don't have nearly as much luck. Increasingly, I don't have as much time. What do we got here? We got our first Hydralisk. And one thing I am going to point out is I'm going to test out Slapchop for these ones. That's my goal. The painting series, that's going to be accompanying these models. I'm going to try out Slapchop. So all of them are going to be primed black and then a heavy white over top. And then I'm going to get myself either contrast or speed paints or something like that. But I'm going to try out Slapchop since it just seems to work. I don't know, it seems that it lends itself nicely to an army like this where there's only a couple colors. I plan on doing the purple and then like a brown skin. And it just seems I can get through all these bugs a lot faster. So I'm going to try it out. I've never done Slapchop before. We'll see how it works. I think this is, judging from what I can see, this is another Hydralisk. And yes, it is. Some of these I'm going to have to get some, let me see, they wobble a bit. I'm going to have to get some putty or something to put underneath that so it'll stay on the base. And here we have more. First casualty. First casualty. Now, given how much stuff I've unboxed here, the fact that we have our first broken in transport is pretty impressive. And the nice thing is it broke with a nice sharp angle, so it should fit back quite easily. But obviously that'll be an easy fix. More roaches am I seeing? Yep. More roaches. So my goal is to get these painted a lot faster than in 5 months. So those dwarves, that wasn't Slapchop. That was painting each one the old-fashioned way, and that's why it took so long. These ones, I'm hoping to get them done much faster. All right, and then also got some bases. And for the smaller ones, I think I have just a lot of leftover bases from other projects. And I mean, we all have. You do this hobby long enough, you get massive stacks of bits, including bases. And last of all, here is the third Hydralisk. All right, so perfect. All right, so this is just batch number 1. As I said, I've got plenty more stuff coming and a couple big surprises. So as I get the boxes, I will do more stuff to show because I think these are really beautiful models. And anybody who has been thinking about starting an alien army or getting some decent StarCraft themed models, Sify did a great job for these. So there'll be a link down below. You can check them out and see if maybe you want to place an order too. Not officially sponsored. It was just I contacted them and said, hey, I'd like to use these models. What would you think? And they said it would be a great idea. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think the narrative battle report I've got planned for these is going to be? Any comments about StarCraft 2 or anything coming up here, go hog wild. Until then, keep your dice on the table, and I definitely think that these are good enough.